How to find equivalent fractions in algebra. Imagine you have a favorite pizza slice and you cut it into different numbers of pieces. Even if the pieces look different, the slices can still be the same size. That's what equivalent fractions are all about. They show different ways of representing the same part of a whole. In algebra, finding equivalent fractions is a handy skill. It helps you simplify expressions and solve equations more easily. The main idea is that if you multiply or divide both the top and bottom of a fraction by the same non-zero number, the value stays the same. For example, starting with the fraction 3/4, if you multiply both parts by 2, you get 6/8. These two fractions are equal because they both representing the same amount. Another way to find equivalent fractions is by dividing both the numerator and denominator by their greatest common factor. The greatest common factor is the biggest number that divides both parts evenly. For example, with 6/8, the greatest common factor is 2. When you divide 6 and by 2, you get 3/4. So 6/8 is just another way of writing 3/4. In algebra, this idea extends to fractions with variables. If you have the fraction divided by y, you can multiply both numerator and denominator by the same algebraic expression, like z, as long as z is not 0. Doing this gives you a new fraction with the same value, which is useful when solving equations or simplifying expressions. To find equivalent fractions step by step, first identify the fraction you want to work with. Then pick a non-zero number or algebraic expression to multiply or divide both parts. Perform the operation on both numerator and denominator. Finally, check if the new fraction simplifies back to the original. For example, if you start with 3/x, multiplying both parts by 2 gives you 6/2x, which is still equivalent to the original. This method makes it easy to see how different fractions can representing the same amount, whether they are simple numbers or involve variables. Remember, multiplying or dividing both parts of a fraction by the same non-zero quantity does not change its value. It's a simple trick that helps you work with fractions confidently in algebra.